A rematch that seemed unnecessary has taken center stage as Boots prepared to defend his IBF title against Chukhadzhian, a fighter he previously outclassed in a lopsided 120 to 108 unanimous decision. Once the crown jewel of the boxing world, the welterweight division now feels stagnant, with all the big names moving on, leaving Boots in an unexpected predicament. With few willing to face him at welterweight and no significant opportunities awaiting him at 154, Boots finds himself navigating a longer, winding road to glory. All he can do at this point is accept any challenger brave enough to step into the ring, aiming to deliver knockout performances that will not only entertain but also grow his fan base. With each spectacular victory, he hopes to force the champions to acknowledge his presence and finally stop rising stars from sidestepping him. Chukhadzhian is a mix of a counterpuncher and a technician. He is known for his solid defensive fundamentals. His ability to read opponents allow him to anticipate the moves, making him effective at exploiting openings. Chukhadzhian employs accurate punches and has a well-rounded arsenal that includes sharp jabs and powerful hooks. Jaron Boots Ennis is an anomaly in boxing, as he is able to maneuver in ways boxers can only dream of. A hybrid switch hitter who's an aggressive, versatile boxer puncher. His fighting style is characterized by explosive speed, dynamic footwork, and a creative approach to offense. Ennis possesses exceptional athleticism, allowing him to quickly close the distance and effortlessly evade punches. He takes the fight to his opponents, utilizing a mix of powerful combinations, demonstrating both technical precision and raw power. If the first time around was a flawless unanimous decision, yet as you strive for greater heights that only sets the stage for the next challenge, this time around, you've got to elevate your performance, ascending to new heights. To truly stand out, your second act must be nothing short of spectacular, displaying your aura of invincibility, along with increased intensity and flair, leaving no doubt in the mind of others that you've grown stronger and more dominant than before. This time, Chukhadzhian opted for a more bold transformation in his strategy. In the previous fight, he had relied on counterpunching style, focusing on movement and fighting off his back foot. However, that approach cost him dearly, resulting in a unanimous defeat across 12 rounds on the judges' scorecards. Determined to rewrite his narrative, he now resolved to confront Boots directly, stepping into the ring with a fierce mindset ready to jump into the fire. Gone were the days of playing it safe. This time, he would sit in a pocket and lock horns with the champion.
Be a difficult fight for Boots, man. That needs 3 shots to the body
In the early rounds, Chukhadzhian's pressure proved to be a game changer. Boots, content to remain in the pocket, became an easy target as he rarely found a way out, often just bending at the hips to evade punches. This left him open for Chukhadzhian, providing an opportunity when timed right.
everywhere. Chukhadzhian can't hide.
In their first fight as he lands a right. I don't think anyone saw this.
One of the standout punches was Chukhadzhian's left hook, which landed with alarming frequency. Boots had a tendency of dropping his right hand with punches, creating an opening for Chukhadzhian to come crashing over the top with that snappy left hook.
And in the first fight, Boots knocked him out, but he also took some pretty good shots during the 5 rounds.
Got a smirk on the face of Chukhadzhian. Those in his 24 wins.
No, he's a strong puncher. You can see it and hear it.
There's one right there.
When Boots chose to pull straight back, Chukhadzhian targeted the body. Knowing that while Boots' head might be in a different slot, his body remained a stationary target. Sitting in a pocket required Boots to be proactive with his defense. Each time he miscalculated his blocks or hesitated, it resulted in another punch landing for Chukhadzhian.
Going, delayed it. He threw that jab, delayed that right hand, came straight down.
Very quiet.
Good shots there, man. Those are
Going into the 5th, Boots started to find his rhythm. If Chukhadzhian was fighting with fire, Boots had to fight back with even more fire.
what? I mean, good shots. He ended the
Looks.
I've got it 2 rounds to 2 right now.
Ended up winning a very surprising.
And physical is exactly what we did not get in their first fight.
Nice flurry for Boots.
Just barely making a miss
Bottom of the left there.
right now.
As the punches began to pile on, the first knockdown was scored.
to Chukhadzhian. Not letting him hide, and like you said, Chris, Chukhadzhian right now.
Chukhadzhian is down.
With the tide shifting, Boots began to exude confidence, becoming more comfortable as he started to flow with the rhythm in the ring. As a pressure fighter, he thrived in a pocket, always within striking distance of Chukhadzhian. By embracing this close-quarter fighting style, Boots could unload his punches while remaining a constant threat. To maximize his effectiveness, he had to be proactive with his guard. By dipping or turning his body while blocking, he not only prevented significant damage, but also positioned himself to strike back.
Connected on Chukhadzhian.
Yeah, I saw that too. I thought a little bit the way he reacted, but no, he just backed off. He got his footstep.
As an offensive fighter, Boots showcased remarkable discipline in his approach, delivering his punches without loading. He understood the importance of throwing hard punches when the opportunity presented themselves, rather than forcing them. It was only when he could effectively turn his body and coil back that he unleashed his heavier shots.
Coming up next round, there's a left for Boots, and again.
Boots' versatility was evident as he demonstrated proficiency at all three ranges, even on the inside when his height made him stand tall, making him a target. Being in the line of fire meant that he would inevitably take some punches in return. Fortunate for Boots, Chukhadzhian was not the hardest puncher, allowing him to take and give. It started to become increasingly clear that Chukhadzhian became limited at this point. Boots had already adapted and posed his strength, yet the challenger fought tough to stay alive, avoiding the finish.
But Boots Chukhadzhian at distance so he can't hold.
Well, that's a talent that you pick up in the gym.
Early in the fight, Ennis urged his son to go for the finish, but his guidance lacked the strategic nuances needed for the moment. Amid the fervor of a rematch in the hometown, it seemed to spur Boots into a hasty offense, charging forward without the necessary setups or angles, and simply throwing punches in a frenzied blitz. When the finish he sought eluded him, agitation took root as he battled through the rounds, ultimately securing a win that felt more like a hollow victory. His once untouchable aura was dimmed, having absorbed a barrage of clean punches from a game opponent. Meanwhile, the division's bigger punchers watched with hungry eyes, wondering what might have been if they were the ones laying in those strikes. This fight could be a pivotal moment, potentially opening doors for more significant matchups and unifying fights. It's clear that Boots has grown weary of facing lesser competition. Perhaps a step up in class is what he needs to ignite his true potential. Regardless, he'll need to sharpen his defensive skills and adopt a more measured approach.
That's in this fight, man. He's strong and ain't going nowhere.
Gives Terrence Crawford in the ring.
This shot right
Stanionis, Mario Barrios. They're more